Alright guys, figure out the top.
Lock in, guys. Lock in. You're kind of cooking, though.
Yeah. You just don't look at yourself.
No! Come on, bro. Please kill him,
Wait,
please.
he's in there.
Dude, he's
Oh, yo, pop the ghost. You're in there.
Oh, good dodge.
He's in there. Nice.
Oh.
He did it.
Yeah, he did it, he did it.
Lawrence, jump out so I can E on you.
No, this is good. You got me. Get in there. Forward we go.
Dodging everything.
Yeah, you guys gotta dodge.
This
them.
Ezreal's-
Gotta shoot it. What's wrong with my ult? Just see.
Yo, get it. Give me in there, Jay.
It's me, it's me, it's me!
Oh, okay, it's him. I got second.
What the
No way you hit that ult.
Damn,
What
I
was
didn't
it?
kill anyone.
Yo, you got your Swifties, bro. Toast. Toast your Swifties. Toast, focus up.
Oh,
Holy
no, get
shit,
eXyu,
I'm
get
so
eXyu first.
fast.
Get
I just need to
eXyu.
stun him once.
Get the Ash ulti.
Oh,
Where's Toast?
Bro,
we don't
what?
see Toast at all. Where is Toast?
Playing Twitch.
wait, we can revive.
This is impossible.
No, we can do it.
Okay, okay.
It's
Get
just the Ash
eXyu,
ult.
get
It's
eXyu
only the
first.
Ash ult that matters.
eXyu first, eXyu first. Get him.
Bro,
Ash ulti.
It'll hit eventually.
Oh my god, no! Wait. Bro, what? It's so
merch
long.
threads.
It's actually so long.
Just flash the Ash ult, guys.
Guys,
we're too-
guys,
ah,
just
too
flash the
bad.
Ash ulti. You guys have infinite flash. Where is Toast? Toast is hiding, guys. Toast is around.
Bro, he can't
Oh,
hide,
he's
man.
here,
Look at
he's here,
these
he's here.
ultis.
I see Toast. Get Toast, get
What?
Toast.
He's coming.
Get Toast.
No, we can make it. We're
Get
in this. We're
needle,
in
get
this.
needle now.
It's just the Ash ult.
Oh, he's dodging. He's dodging everything, Jerry.
I just need to
Come on,
stack
come on,
ghosts
come
in this
on.
corner.
Oh, yeah, he's being
Gotta hit it.
patient now.
Just look at the blue. Look for blue.
Look for blue.
Thinks nothing's coming on the right.
Yeah, is that true?
Kill him, guys. Okay.
I need to heal, bro.
Get him. Get him.
No.
Oh my god, you made it.
Oh, nice.
Wait, the heals are OP.
Dude, that was close. At the end, Toast was making it, and then we had to focus him.
You know, I just want to thank my teammates for being so much worse than me, and my boss for also being worse than me, and I'm just the GOAT, so, you know, GG's. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to the LTA Lounge. We are in game 6 of the day.
Yeah.
Game 3 of this series.
Are you not entertained?
I'm actually pretty entertained.
I'm pretty entertained, yeah.
Why'd you have to think
not
about that?
entertained?
I'm entertained.
I had to think about it because, like, this was one of those games, right, where it's like, you know you get to a certain point in the game, and one of the team compositions is just not able to do damage.
Yeah.
Really? That's exaggeration, but I think we did see the difference here.
100%. It almost reminds me, last week we were complaining how there was no game 3s. Now the monkey paw has responded and we're only getting game 3s. So yes, that was the problem. After the first messed up team fight around mid lane, it felt like they could do nothing to deal with what was just a very fed Kaisa and Aurora.
Yeah, and let's take a look at that. About 19 minutes in is when this game really turned, and there were back-to-back fights that went in the favor of Dig. The Udyr was not that effective, especially when he burned all his cooldowns early, but to me, Sheiden was the big highlight of this fight, getting on a ScaryJerry right away.
Yeah, and I mean, this is kind of the thing that they were talking about, and we were like, okay, what kind of difference is Sheiden going to be able to make in a lot of these fights? Tomo also comes out really, really well from a lot of these fights too, being able to clean up a lot of the kills. And after this, it really gets to the point where they are now completely back in the game, and even when DSG try to spread them on the map, when it comes to having a team fight, it ends up being rough.
It's frustrating because you have Zen, Talia, Ashe, like you have the early game lead, the really early fight where they actually ended up blustering it and then getting turned on. It's like, okay, we actually have it, we couldn't nail it down, and look at this team fight afterwards.
Keine and Srtty did such a good job engaging this fight with the combo of Cassante and Aurora. But the thing that I like the most here is how fearless Dig actually was in this Voracious Otacon fight, because I think a lot of times when people are up against the Voracious Otacon buff, they're a little bit hesitant because they don't want to burn too much. But they got 1,000 gold, they clear the map of the buff, and they continue to accelerate their lead.
And this is one of those things where the gold graph really tells a story, right? Because you can see that 19-minute fight where it looked like DSG were in complete control of the game and the map, and they did have a really, really strong early game. But as soon as that pivotal mid lane fight happened, that's when this Dig composition took over. I'm glad we called out both Srtty and Keine again, because those were kind of the two standouts in their loss previously, and it was in a lot of these massive 5v5 fights.
Yeah, and it felt like a team effort. I think, Jack, you were very right in calling out Sheiden's engage, because that was really what got them back in. Multiple team fights where it felt like the Leona ulti couldn't work, or they couldn't really find a target off the Ashe engage, and then instantly he's able to find the backline off his Wukong ulti. So it's nice to see it. Of course, they haven't had the most amount of time with Sheiden, and you're starting to see them get better and better as they go through it.
Yeah, the winner of this series moves on to the next round. They will then end up playing the loser of FlyQuest versus C9, which is tomorrow. The loser will be eliminated from Split 1 of the LTA North. The way this format works, you lose twice, you're out, you win twice, you'll end up going to Brazil for the Americas stage competition. And it does all come down to this. I wonder what's going through eXyu's head right now. He's typing a lot, which is...
He's yapping somewhere.
There's nothing
he's yapping something. Nothing's popping up in our lobby chat.
Yeah.
Because we know this is such a big grudge match for him.
Yeah.
He hates Dignitas. Every chance he gets, he's trying to throw stuff back at that org. But it's also because he spent 2.5 years on Dignitas only to be cut a week before the last split happened of LCS Summer. So he wants to get his revenge, and he has a chance to in this next game.
Yeah, and usually when you have a game in which it's a revenge game from one team going up against their former team, like the player either uses it as a great point of motivation and plays better or plays worse. I think in this game, eXyu has, series as it is, eXyu has played much better, especially as a bounce back from last week. So I am definitely intrigued to see if he can continue forward. Is he going to, I was about to say, is he going to get the Ivern again? That's not even a question at this point. It's fearless draft, and I have to remind myself every time. But no, this has been a lot more interesting. At least one point to recognize is that DSG has had control of these early games, and it has to be Dignitas that gets better from here on out.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because DSG, it felt like they've had a lot of really good early game plans. They've been able to execute. I think they've been better on the map, especially early. But then Dignitas, we saw in those windows where it really did look like they were going to take a game last week, it was, again, through these 5v5 fights. They do look even more coordinated with Sheiden on the team. I think that's another great thing to call out, with Srtty and Keine able to do a lot of damage in these fights. So we'll see. Our next game 3, Azael, take it away.
Thank you, Emily. Appreciate that. Game 3 about to kick off. It has been very back and forth in this series thus far. DSG dominant in game 1. Dignitas battling back, crushing them in game number 2 with some really strong team fighting. But even in that game, we saw some really good, map play in the early stages from DSG. And now the question is, who can really get the edge in this draft for this final ultimate game here that's going to decide whose season is over.
Yeah, as we get deeper and deeper into these fearless drafts too, it does also highlight the coaches and their drafting abilities, as well as, of course, the versatility of these players. But I'm looking forward to the strategy here in game number 3, because those are the most constrained.
Absolutely. I mean, it's where you really do have to step up and come with a more creative draft. I also have been waiting to see, are we going to have one player in a game 3 really attacked in draft, right? If you think someone's champion pool is only 4 or 5 champions deep, well, 4 top laners are gone. All of a sudden you throw 3 bans at it, you take away a top laner on blue side, now you're really pushed far down that priority pool. So those are all the fearless bans that are going to be added to the additional bans that will be coming through. Poppy going to be banned away, Akali going to be banned away, the other side Skarner as well as Callista going to be staying there on the bans for Dignitas.
Yeah, we have to go down this entire list. I'm pretty sure we've got most of the S tier top laners taken care of because of it. Okay, Renekton
Rumble, Cassante, Jace,
Renekton was the missing one.
All gone. The next most played would be Gnar, and then Gragas, and then Sion. Jax has not been played, but has been banned a couple times. So, Jax is available, Gnar is available, Gragas is available. Those are the kind of ones that I am thinking of. Of course, then there's a lot more kind of stylistic picks, things that you're maybe comfortable on that other people aren't playing as much.
All right, what is the first pick Prio this time around with most of the stuff taken off the board? Slams the Yone here.
Okay.
Technically flex pick. Castle, peeping his solo queue, definitely has put in some Yone games.
Yeah, we haven't really been seeing it at all top lane this split, but in the past we've seen it quite a bit played top lane by some of those strong mechanical top laners. So good slam here, is flexible, especially if the top lane matchup is looking a lot better than mid. Maybe they do put it up there. Srtty, though, going to get his hands on the Jax. This is one of those champions that when you think of the really top-level solo queue top laners, you're always terrified of their Jax.
And pair it with the Sejuani. This
Very
is both
strong.
a very good take away from the Yone partner and pairing with the Jax here. So Sheiden and Srtty saying we are going to look to win more of these 2v2 duels.
You always have to wonder, are we going to see Keine again go towards, another melee mid laner to kind of get the double melee solo laners pairing? Things like a Sylas can work. You're looking over at Maokai. That's already pretty good ultimate to steal. Sylas has not been banned out, has not been played yet this series, so that is an option. Of course, don't have to go towards that, but it is something that is quite popular with the Sejuani.
All right, and they get the Ziggs AP to go along with their early Yone pick too. So Maokai and Ziggs, plenty of AP already taken care of here for DSG to balance out the rest. And the insta Sylas here. When you see a juicy Maokai ultimate to steal, no brainer there, insta slam.
Yep, it's very, very strong. You do, of course, have that triple melee top side as well. Merc Dread value is very good against this first three that have been drafted from Dignitas. And of course, there is a lot of lockdown with this Maokai. It can be difficult to reach champions like the Ziggs, but some of these stolen ultimates can really help with that. And you called it out, Maokai obviously incredible. Stolen Ziggs ult can be pretty dangerous as well, to assist on that dive. And now we're just looking towards these next round of bans. They're targeting the top lane. They're assuming this is going to be, Ziggs bot, Yone mid, so they're going to ban out the Ornn, potentially throw another ban up there as well. It's really just whatever Srtty doesn't want to deal with on the Jax.
Yeah, and what you don't want to deal with in the team fights when you are already showing, like you're saying, really heavy melee for Dignitas and another dive composition here for them. If they're so heavy into short range melee, trying to get rid of some of those like counter engage champions, even though they already are playing into Ziggs Minefield and Maokai as well, which is quite decent at counter himself.
Gragas, very strong ban when you are playing the Jax. That is, if you talk to most of the Jax one tricks, that's the one champion they do not want to be playing against. It is very frustrating to lane against. A lot of the interactions really do favor him, so that is going to be taken away here. And now they have the option to go into this next pick. Tomo.
Zeri Lulu?
A very different look than what they had done last time, but I do think it fits with all of these melee champions around. Going towards an enchanter, going towards the Zeri, have that hyper carry, have that consistent DPS from your bot lane because you are going to need it.
Yeah, Zeri Lulu sounds good to me right here. There we go. Slams it for Tomo. Gets to be some big cleanup. I mean, if you have Sejuani, Sylas, Jax frontline, and the Sylas is able to steal Maokai ultimates, that looks very scary indeed.
Absolutely. And I mean, Tomo, I think, having a really good game last time. When you are playing the Kaisa, you really can see the players that have that confidence, that have the ability to go deep, to go find those engages, is going to be Lee Sin getting locked support in here. So, yeah, going to be Maokai support or top. And I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about Lee Sin in this matchup? I feel it's like clearly you want to get onto the Zeri, but there's so much CC in all these melee champions in around. And if you do go Lulu, playing against Polymorph as a Lee Sin is such a nightmare to be able to find kind of those high value kicks. So I'm kind of nervous. And I mean, Blitzcrank is another one of those champions that if you go this route, this is very like high risk, high reward. I feel like if they get ahead, this comp can work really well. But if they do not get ahead, this comp is going to fall so flat on its face with Blitzcrank and Lee Sin from behind. Like, that's a nightmare.
I do like playing Lee Sin specifically into Sejuani, though. Feels really good with the mobility advantage here. We'll see what type of stuff eXyu can actually get done. Adding a Braum to it instead of the Lulu, though, for more team fight, more 5-on-5 structure here. Now, you're playing this melee carry of Yone that was first slammed into insane Freljord CC with not just the Sejuani but also the Braum. It's like makes it very hard to go in there. So You mentioned Lee Sin's difficulties before. Now Lee Sin and Yone, as the DSG melees, have a very difficult time of trying to navigate and actually get back there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this is the difficulty of blinding Blitz, right? With support not picked. You know, we're thinking, hey, it could be Zeri Lulu. But of course, when Blitz gets locked, you're not going to want to go towards that enchanter. That is much more risky. Braum just stands in front. You go for a flash hook, he puts up the door, he just starts hitting you and wins that fight. So it is very difficult to play into that. A lot of pressure on Tomo to be that big source of damage here, but I do think equally on the other side, a lot of pressure on eXyu and Huhi to be those playmakers. Blitz, Lee Sin, you are a hero or you are a zero. These champs don't really have those kind of average performances just by playing safe. You have got to get in there. You've got to try to make things happen.
Gotta make some plays because Braum is going to be way more useful than the Blitz in a 5-on-5 team fight. So Blitz looks for the plays, and that starts early. So let's see about these dangerous invades for lane swap wards as well.
We are going to be kicking off here game number 3, DSG versus Dignitas. The rivalry match going the distance here. eXyu had a lot to say to Dignitas before the series, but he's going to have to clutch it up on the Lee Sin here in this final game if he wants to send him packing.
And once again, they rush into side lane brush. They do get the vision, and they are going to pull back. Look at those Tomo stats from game number 1 on the Kaisa. 1 quadra. I like that. They added an extra column just to put in the quadra there.
Quotation marks, you know, because he got the quadra against the Otacon buff, I do believe. We'll count it. We'll count it. Huhi 1 for 1. Hit the first hook.
That is one of the most frustrating things, I think. Well, no, there's other more frustrating things about Otacon, but not getting credit.
You can use hyperbole. Go crazy.
not getting credit in your kill column feels so...
It's literally the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
It actually is. You know what?
Got a pentakill, gave me 0 kills.
I thought like I was going to get a promotion, like I was going to get married, but then she saw, you know, no kills in the kill column. They're like... Sorry, Kirby.
You're embarrassing yourself.
You know, no job, no relationship, no nothing.
No cat?
Get some kills, bro. No cat, no nothing.
But you do have a Travis Gafford.
Yep. Yay. Lane swap goes off, though, without a hitch. There we go.
Lane swap goes off. I don't know if they, you know, were trying to dodge it or if they were anticipating the lane swap, because it is going to be Jax now that has to deal with this lane swap. Both the Dignitas members pushing forward here, trying to shove out the enemy top laner. They want to zone him off of the melee minion experience. Srtty was able to get experience on 2 of those melees. Did lose half his health to do it, though. Remember, last time we had this lane swap situation, he was on the Cassante. He didn't get level 2. He got dove, and he got taken down very, very early. But yeah, it's important to get experience, but it's also important to have health if the potential dive comes in.
It was interesting, too, listening to the interview where he was talking about feeling like lane swaps originally were the most difficult thing for him in adapting to professional play, which does make a lot of sense for most of the solo queue players. Adapting is one of the big ones, but I felt like he really got a much better handle on it. And, of course, plenty of time here invested. Meanwhile, topside, Castle just doing the dodging, focusing all on damage mitigation here. Soaks up a little bit.
And we know both junglers aren't actually heading for any sort of a dive. They don't know that, but we do know that. So Srtty does hit level 2. Demolish going to be proc there. Obviously, Demolish incredibly popular, especially in these lane swap situations. And Ziggs does so much damage to these towers. You can see Isles, that Demolish proc does not do nearly as much. They are going to be able to get a little bit of a chunk onto Castle. But meanwhile, Raz is standing by for an interview with DSG Coach Mash.
Hey, what's up, guys? I got Mash me here for this interview. Now, quick question. What kind of talk do you have with the boys going into Game 3?
Just literally our setups, right? Like, we literally ended on mid that one fight. I mean, they played well as well, but so it's like, I just said, guys, hey, let's focus up. We don't always have to take every single fight. It's okay. We can, like, just object stack, and they're going to come into us.
It looks like you guys have looked much better. Oh, look at this happening here.
That's a kill. We take those? I mean, a base is not bad. We take those.
You guys look much better than the last week. What kind of preparation or work that you've done coming into this one?
It's more about like being decisive. One thing, like we do get early game leads, like even against Dig 100. It's more important that okay, now that we get the leads, we need to like push game tempo, be disciplined, and be okay like slowing the game down as well.
Sounds good. Straight to the casters. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Raz. Good to hear from Mash, who feels pretty confident, when I was talking to him about how the team can do, had a lot of faith in their ability to team fight. Felt that they were developing well, really making the most of their scrim time here. And we saw some almost kills. Keine, of course, had to flash, did use that TP back, and we're going to go back towards this almost kill here on a Srtty. I actually thought he was dead to rights, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, so did Mash. He was counting it. And then you see those green, little green healing orbs right there, barely keeping him alive.
The biscuit
chug. The biscuit just in time there, baby.
Yep.
Of course, those going to give you the lasting life as well, the permanent. So actually critical there because they kind of were counting that as first blood. Barely gets away. They did get the extra turret plate advantage, though. They got 2 of them.
eXyu is here, but so is Sheiden.
And on vision.
Yep, now they're going to go in, but Keine is very low. He's actually going forward here. Sheiden arrives. Abbedagge going to have to flash out. It's a trade of flashes. Keine barely surviving with the Kingslayer, but still gets knocked down for first blood. Abbedagge claiming that. It's going to be a trade 1-for-1. Both mid laners do take it. Sheiden going to be able to push back Abbedagge. We'll see if he can try to hold the wave. He is very low, so will be a bit risky, and it looks like the wave is going to crash here, so very good for DSG.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, because there is no actual bonus for first blood anymore, so it's really just about getting to 3, and so since both of them are assisted, being the one with the mid laner that gets to push the extra wave in is the extra little bonus there. That was with vision. There's a ward in this brush here that sees eXyu, so Dignitas are trying to make this call, hey, let's counter this, go immediately. It looks like Keine went for Lee Sin, but Sheiden goes on Abba, and then as they go back in, that one was so insanely close. One little extra auto difference of damage there as far as the difference, but mid laner going down a little bit down in CS, but that's not going to be the biggest of deals.
Yeah, it was 10 CS, but there's going to be more collected back here by Keine. We can see Sheiden around again, and we can talk a little bit about Sheiden and Srtty, who were teammates, back in the NACL. They are now reunited and had a really strong second game. Abbedagge, though, going to be looking for an engage. We'll see if Huhi can find the hook, trying to fake it out. Nice patience there from Keine, will dodge. And you can see their performance as a duo in NACL last year. Very, very strong. They were quite ahead as far as CS, quite ahead as far as the gold differential. Keine does steal that Blitz ult, which again is a great one to steal. It's a really short cooldown. They're going to look for the engage here potentially onto Castle. Castle trying to use the ultimate to get back, but they're right in onto him, and Castle looks like he's going down. On the other side, can't find anything. It's a clean pick there for Dig.
Yeah, that's very nice. Grab that kill. 3 Void Grubs to start for them. Get your bonus towards your feet. Get your top side feeling way, way, way better. Now it's going to be Jax with the extra free time. Srtty definitely needed a little bit of a bailout because of how rough the lane swap actually had started for him.
We're going to look, but Kaine's just going to hold on to the E. If he gets pinned against the wall, it's a lot harder. He did walk right into the wall, and now Keine in trouble. Might be going down, but he's going to be able to turn it around. Knocks him up, uses the stolen Blitz ulti. Abbedagge gets CC'd. The 2v1 becomes a 2v2 because the tower got heavily involved.
Oh my goodness, the tower shot and the Blitz stolen ult, and now on bottom side.
Nice slow, though, from the mines. It should be able to just walk this one out. Keine, really good play to turn that around. Those are so frustrating when you see your teammates dying in that 2v1 situation. It feels so rough. And
because it opens up a bottom side play. So we go into a full screen replay here, but it's 2v1 on bottom side now in the aftermath because Huhi shows mid for this play. And wow, that was really nice, locking him up there too, in turret range, just able to finish it off. But yeah, there we go. The picture-in-picture, then they are just going to do the reset.
He's like, oh, nice, okay. 1v2, let's go.
Yeah, I like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, he hit the E2, chains him under, then into the silence, being able to snap that together, really well played. ScaryJerry pushing down here on this bottom side with the Ziggs. The bot laners both got pretty even as far as the farm goes. Castle was relatively ahead as far as the farm went on the top side. Srtty did get denied more and was forced back to base. But thus far, just farming out really now against the Maokai.
Yeah, Ziggs just has such good wave clear. One of the big reasons you do, pick it with stuff like this, can allow more roam timing. Interesting that we have a dragon start while eXyu is going for a lane gank. So eXyu hovering behind lane here while Sheiden is slowed taking it down. Once they have lane priority, then they can move in
Yep, eXyu going forward, but that is the Braum. They don't want to commit to it. Sheiden going to try to turn this around, throws out the ulti onto Huhi. He's going to have to try to flash out, but it's Tomo on the side, getting a lot of damage down on ScaryJerry. He's in trouble. Tomo still has the flash available. Will he go for it? Flash Q from Braum does not hit. ScaryJerry not even using the flash. Nerves of steel there, honestly, to hold on to it. Keine now battling out against Abbedagge, has the stolen ultimate. Can he look for it? Abbedagge Q3, trying to get to safety. Uses the ulti to retreat. We'll get back to eXyu and stay safe, as Castle was bullying out Srtty on that top side in the 1v1.
Yeah, so they've got pressure on top side, but mid lane and bottom lane went pressure the way of Dignitas. So they actually got to have the extra shoved in here on the bottom. Tomo there on the Zeri wasn't able to collect any kills, but is eking out the CS lead, able to push another one in. Meanwhile, Keine here in mid gets a visit.
Here again, looking for the ulti. Keine trying to get out, can't finish off Abbedagge. eXyu moves forward, but with Abbedagge that low, they know they can't chase him for the kill.
Yeah, definitely doesn't want to fully commit to that one, so just a little bit of a hover there. And they actually don't get the extra one now. Sheiden here with the double Giant's Belt, very close to his Heartsteel, finishing up Krugs on top side. Does mean DSG will be able to, wait a second. Yeah, prep the Scryer to get the full vision first.
Yeah, just pulling off for now. Going to try to see if they can steal away camp. Tomo's still in the area. Braum there, of course, to assist as well as ScaryJerry and Huhi are pushing up.
And they have to be a little careful because, like I said, the Heartsteel was finished on their recall after Krugs there for Sejuani, so we'll head on back, and it's just going to be a single Gromp taken away, plus a little bit of pressure under tower.
Yep, just constantly pushing that in. Srtty now back to lane. Castle going to be using his teleport, so both top laners use the teleport right back towards top.
All right, second spawn of Grubs on the way. Sheiden is here early. You like to see that when you're looking for your second pack of Grubs. Get there early, make a plan.
Before they sell out.
Exactly. Those things go off the shelves like hotcakes.
It's like eggs these days, man.
That's what you want right there. That's why he get there early. You want that extra advantage on one of your lanes, the extra pressure that comes from visiting one of your solo lanes first. Then you can go take those Grubs at your leisure. That should be a full 6-pack for Dignitas. Giant bonuses there.
Srtty kind of playing with fire. Both these guys getting quite low, but it's Castle that has more sustain in the kit. Sheiden going to be able to start this one up, but Abbedagge in some trouble. Keine does connect the E onto him. Abbedagge Q3 ready, going to look for the Fated Seal. Doesn't quite connect. That just tickled him, but couldn't quite grab him back. Otherwise, that might have been a kill for eXyu. eXyu now going forward. Stolen ultimate there. Going to be Keine dashing back, has that Lee Sin ultimate, not going to elect to use it. Sheiden in the area, and Srtty trying to go for the solo kill, but Srtty is dead. And now Castle popping the ulti. If this actually connects, he might be able to go forward for the kill. Flash is forced there by Srtty. Almost walked back into it. That looked close. And now on the bot side, it's Isles getting pressured. eXyu in the jungle at the same time. There are skirmishes all across the map. Sheiden forcing the flash there out of eXyu. Ultimate going to get dropped onto Tomo. Barrier is forced by that, and the use of the Guardian does keep him safe.
All right, a lot of action, but no blood. Also, I want to know, did anyone pick up that flower? That flower is still wait, it's a visual bug. It was a visual artifact. That flower didn't exist.
All right, they're innocent. They're innocent.
Okay.
Complaints withdrawn from Kobe.
Complaints withdrawn. With Spectator, a little bit of a hiccup here. Keine on the run with
and he finds the Sylas insect. Does find a kick back into the chains. Alley-oop to himself off the backboard. Dunking the Ziggs. Taking him out. Nicely done.
Keine, more like Kobe. Doing me proud right there.
I see.
Able to set himself up. You like to see it. Honestly, too, this whole game, he feels like he has been the one in these skirmishes with the extra pressure. Yeah. He has been the one dictating all of the extra visits towards mid from DSG. And now, when he gets a little bit of freedom, he takes that stolen Lee Sin ultimate that he had from the previous gank towards mid, sends it on bottom lane, and takes down the Ziggs that had been holding strong. The Ziggs that had been just farming away. So annoying with all the wave clear and not able to get any sort of extra pressure there. So really nicely done from Keine. Flash invested.
And I got to say, ScaryJerry, pretty big reaction on the player cams from that. Looked very frustrated. Looked a little bit, kind of under the pressure there. Knowing, hey, just gave up a death. Kaine's getting really strong. Sylas from ahead is very difficult to deal with. Has great ultimates to steal. And I gotta say, Keine is playing like the best, melee mids really do, where they play on that knife's edge, right? You can't play passively on these champions, especially on Sylas. You need to know the limits. You need to know when you can go forward, even at low health, to take those fights and be confident in your mechanics to make them happen. Dignitas trying to set up a potential dive here, but the rest of DSG is coming in to bail him out. I think DSG have got this covered. Abbedagge going to go forward, not going to find anything. Dignitas realize in time, though, so they call off the play.
Meanwhile, top side, more turret plate money for Castle on the Maokai here. Trinity Force finally done here for Srtty, though, so Jack's starting to get some damage, starting to get some real threat behind him. Even though his tower has actually taken a bit of a beating up there. Looks like they're still sending resources to the bottom side of the map. Really just try and prey on Abba here. This Yone has been a big...
He's going to get engaged on the other side. Tomo and Sheiden looking for him. He'll be able to pull back, but I don't think the same could be said for Abbedagge. Isles just tanks it up. They spotted eXyu at the red. They engage on him. They engage on bot. They get the kill on Abbedagge. Really well done. Dignitas is pushing the pace.
And look at the other things leading into it, too. On the minimap, you can see Tomo even. The Zeri was headed down. They shift all of their resources down to target Abba on the Yone under tower here, this low health tower on the bottom side of the map. So boom, first tower achieved for Dignitas, getting that plus the 6 grubs plus the dragon plus the 5 kills. Like, they are looking like they are going to completely control this early game. How do you contain Keine now? He's level 11 on the Sylas, has just been an absolute monster. He has a arm guard ready for his next big play to be able to make, and we did at least finally get that Blade of the Ruin King finished for Yone for Abba. So you know, he had been the target earlier that they were really able to punish and take advantage of, but now with Blade of the Ruin King, you definitely have a big power spike yourself.
Yeah, I mean, Keine hovering around that top side. There's a lot of playmaking over on the DSG side, so they will have opportunities, but I think it is going to be very tough to make it happen here. Now Keine steals that Maokai ult. Sheiden wrapping around behind. They want to try to threaten this dive here. eXyu is in the area, but as is Isles. And Castle will be a tough nut to crack. I think he is going to be able to be safe under the tower for now. If eXyu tries to get there, he could be in trouble, though. Srtty going to get hooked in. Nice Q3 to follow it up. Ignite. And the ulti won't be enough to kill. But on the top side, it's Keine getting engaged on. Nice kick back from eXyu onto Sheiden. Sheiden is tanking up this tower. He's getting rocked by it. The ulti comes through, but it's Keine who gets the kill. Castle now in a 1v4 here. Srtty on the run from Huhi will survive. But it is eXyu going down at the end of the day. It's another kill for Keine. DSG just can't defend.
Yeah, I mean, Castle up here at least is going to survive like the super tanky Maokai, and their tower is going to live for it, but it's going to still be Rift Trail taken, and that thing can like one-shot the rest of it. Probably will take it mid, but I mean, it really still seems like side lane supremacy there for them. Keine here with the 5 kills now on the Sylas, resets towards mid with teleports. His flash will be coming up as well, and with flash plus the Seeker's arm guard plus so many good ultimates to steal, you have to think that they're going to be able to set that Rift Herald up quite nicely to take control of mid.
Oh yeah, I mean, he even has the Darksteel 10 stacks. We've seen Magi's 2 games in a row. Maybe we'll get it 3 for 3, man. Complete the set. Let's see if they can. Tomo picking that Rose. Kobe's going to be happy.
I mean, it's so tilting when...
Leave no Rose unplugged.
Exactly. Pick that flower. Whoa, Abbedagge. I'm going to have to expend the ultimate. Thankfully, he was able to just blow away on the wind.
Yep, the Roses can't fight back.
Just relocate. Replant himself on his own side of the map.
Exactly. Find a nice place to get watered with lots of sunlight.
All right, we are too deep. We've gone too deep, Isaac.
I thought it was worth a try.
Okay,
you miss all the shots you don't shoot. You know?
Exactly. I'm gonna pull the ripcord here.
All right, agreed. We're out of there.
Deep. We eject, and topside tower is the next target.
He doesn't even have to eject. He safely walks away there, drops the ward. Huhi tries to predict which way he's going to juke. Guess is wrong, but the tower does fall. Castle had gotten a lot of work done on that earlier, as you had called out. And Sheiden again around here in mid. He's behind Abbedagge, going to look for the ulti. It does connect, and Tomo's going to let the ulti of his own rip. I don't think Abbedagge has anywhere to go. Heartsteel procs, flashback Q3. Can he get out? No. Tomo flash to follow. Nicely done. Sheiden really has been strong in this game 3.
He certainly has. You know, taking the tower shot to allow Tomo to go get the kill.
They want to try to go back for this. eXyu flashes in. He gets the kick, and they just take down the Zeri. ScaryJerry has arrived, as has Castle, but do they have enough damage to actually finish off any of these kills? Castle trying to back off as the teleport comes in. Srtty is here. Keine has arrived. Castle's got nowhere to go now. He's going to try to flash over the wall. Can he get out? Sheiden following. Huhi hooks him forward. He is very low, but he hasn't fallen just yet. That Ziggs bomb does take him down. The burn from eXyu finally getting that kill. The charge in from the Herald. Q connects onto Keine. Are you going to take this eXyu? Let's see if he goes for it. Elects not to. A big battle back and forth. Teleports getting committed on both sides. At the end of the day, it is just that slight lead here still for Dignitas. So Srtty flashing forward, finds the backline. ScaryJerry is gone. eXyu trying to fight back, but he doesn't have a lot going on. Ward off over the wall. It's Castle that's going to be the sacrificial lamb here. He's got no flash, no chance. Keine is dominating.
Ooh, Srtty has arrived, goes for it with the counter-strike. They get their kill. No flash response from ScaryJerry. They annihilate them. Again, Dignitas just looks so hungry here. They restart the fight. They get their kill. And that was all while their Zeri had gotten a free reset to topside. That should be just full tower gold to Tomo. Tomo gets a push in the full wave. He's got the static shiv rune on, so he annihilates minion waves. And then he gets solo tower gold on top of it.
Magi's 3 for 3. Has the confidence.
There you go. I mean, he should with the way that this game has been going. I mean, take a look at the two mid lanes. This time, he's not there. The mid laners are not present, but they did get that first kill.
Don't
and then
count it against them.
Top lane Maokai is so insanely tanky, getting to Fimbulwinter so quickly. And Castle makes a very nice escape over the top, and they get this cheeky little kill onto Sheiden with barely sneaking it through there. But then they push up afterwards, and Srtty channels, and he goes
back
for the flash.
to live, though. Here's the fight. Huhi's in trouble. The ulti's going to get popped by Tomo. He gets kicked away by eXyu. Another ulti does land. He is chunked low, but it's eXyu that goes down. Keine going to be able to take him out. Isles looking to go forward here, trying to continue the fight. ScaryJerry on the run. Sheiden coming in now from the side. Going to be a flash force there onto ScaryJerry, and it's Castle now in the front line. Pops the Maokai ultimate, trying to turn this one around. Tomo is low. Keine is low, but it's Srtty on the side. He's in onto Castle. Castle's in trouble. Abbedagge and ScaryJerry have got nothing to say about this one. Dignitas piling forward. A Q3 on the run. Castle still somehow alive, and it's a flash forward there from Srtty. Goes into the backline, kills off another. Look like or no, just force another back. ScaryJerry will survive, but it's 2 kills going the way of Dignitas. Another big team fight win.
Oh, it is bloody on the Rift. Otacon is available, but they're going for the reset first. They just have the single kill onto Castle. Decently long death timer with him just using his teleport means it should be Dignitas returning to this area to try and set up their control. I mean, this team, because they have so much pick potential, you can just set up there. Otacon is so deep into the map, and the vision around it is so hard to get, that if you just go over first, get your control wards down here through river leading up to it, then Dignitas can try and look for one of these picks yet again.
I mean, Dignitas has just been relentless. This has been a very scrappy game. It's now a 4,000 gold lead. The objective's heavily in their favor as well. 2 dragons to 0, 6 scrubs to none. Miles stepping forward. They are going to hook him in, but he puts up the door, and he just takes no damage at all. And look at Keine on the side. He's going to step forward, looking to try to threaten. Steals the Maokai ult. It's Tomo just piling in. ScaryJerry's got no flash, nowhere to go. He's knocked down. Keine is legendary. He is crushing through this game.
And that's going to be an Otacon. Take down the Ziggs and the Maokai. Turn it into Otacon. I mean, some people are like, oh, you could actually just delay it, wait for Baron to come up, but that's definitely very, very risky. Go take the buff now, and then use it to go, heavy pressure these other 2 towers. Nice hook, bro. Isles is like, thank you for the engage assist. Yeah, so they don't want to leave anything to chance here. Just take it now and go use it to get a couple more towers. Then you have just such an overwhelming gold lead that when Baron does arrive, you'll have taken out these secondary towers and make it really difficult for DSG to come contest you.
Especially when they've had 0 problem forcing fights. They are just finding fight after fight after fight. Maybe if you're really low on engage, you feel like, hey, we have to delay. They're just going to stall it out. Yeah. But there is no way they're going to allow them to stall with the pace that they have been playing at. It has been non-stop. Keine now 22 stacks on the Magi's. It's on 3.5 items here at this point. Tomo getting paid as well. And Srtty, was a tough start for him, but he has been picking up quite a lot of gold, working in towards that second item. We'll have the Sundered Sky here likely pretty soon. And they are really online. It is going to be so tough for Dignitas. They do find a hook here on Isles, but again, Braum, the only one exposing himself and just doesn't really take much damage whatsoever. Their consistent damage here is so low with this composition. It's kind of all upfront burst here from Abbedagge and eXyu, and ScaryJerry doesn't have the damage to take down a Braum.
That's what a support counter pick looks like, baby. The Blitzcrank showing so early. As you said, in Champ Select.
ScaryJerry in trouble. They look for the ultimate with Sheiden, can't find it. Isle's going to throw his ulti out as well. Hook in from Huhi. Will just be a bit of damage down there onto Sheiden. Abbedagge and Castle moving from top lane. eXyu trying to be around. Srtty's wrapping in behind them. Remember, they have those GAs. They can give their lives if they want. It's going to be a dive in onto Abbedagge. Srtty just jumping back. Q3 does connect. ScaryJerry throwing the ultimate. It's going to be dodged over Tomo. He's over the wall, and he's knocking down ScaryJerry. He's flashing into the base. He's taking on the Yone 1v1, and he's winning that fight. Keine now trying to follow up here, looking for eXyu. They are just going for more. They will not allow Dignitas to get out of here. DSG trying to run, and Dignitas are digging the graves of DSG. It's another double for Keine. This guy is taking over.
Oh my goodness. The teleport immediately too. Keep up the pressure here as he buys his Riftmaker. I mean, yeah, push bottom lane. Baron is going to arrive very shortly. Then Dragon arrives very shortly after that. So teleport bottom, push out the wave, and they just keep the pressure up, then go over to Baron. DSG are going to have a very hard time kind of collecting here. The rest of the team coming for the secondary tower. Kaine's trying to work on Maokai himself before the rest of his team gets here to soften him up.
And he's doing some good work, man. Keine is just crushing it. Castle now very low. Nice sidestep. Trying to get out of there. Srtty forces the flash just by threatening there with the counter-strike. ScaryJerry is back, but he just, let's be honest, doesn't have the damage to actually get anything done here. They're so far behind. You're down 10k in a comp without consistent damage. It is really hard to come back from here. Nearly impossible at this point. And now it is going to be a third dragon added to Dignitas' name. They'll be moving towards that infernal soul point here. DSG in the area, but it seems so unlikely that they could actually get over there and try to go for a steal, especially with Baron on the map. It'd almost be a guaranteed death and then an easy Baron take for Dig.
Yeah, DSG just don't have damage. Blitzcrank does not add a lot for these team fights, so that's kind of a very low for the 5-on-5 value. Lee Sin as well, going to be pretty low on that 5-on-5 value, so it's just like you don't have a lot of answers when all these powerful objectives are on the map, and Dignitas can just immediately reset, go to that Baron. They've got everything in their favor now. Stolen Maokai ultimate.
Yeah, it should be okay. eXyu going to be able to barely be able to run out that. We'll see though. Rockabelle forward does ward hop back to safety.
Come here.
I mean, it's one of these things where it's like we talked about it. Srtty going to try to take this 1v1 against Abbedagge. If you do get behind as this DSG comp, it's just there's not a lot of recourse. Blitz and Lee from behind are so hard to play. You're always on wards. You're always spotted. The only person you can find a hook on is Braum, who just doesn't even care. You know, Braum has not died a single time this game. Exactly.
As Isla said, thanks for the hook, bro. Thanks for the engage. Braum now has an extendo engage.
It's a patch right there.
Meanwhile, they are looking juicy.
Gonna look. They find Huhi. Huhi trying to get out of there. Doesn't really have anywhere to go. They don't even have to commit much. The Braum ulti is gonna get used. Huhi will go down. eXyu trying to run. Srtty and Keine are behind him though. ScaryJerry in trouble. He's got nowhere. He is found by everyone here from Dignitas. Surrounded on all sides, and now Castle trying to get out of there. Rocket belt forward. Keine level 16, chasing after the Maokai. He's not looking so tanky anymore. Castle gonna get knocked down on the steps of the base. Dignitas are marching on the Nexus.
I think they're going to finish that march very shortly here. Only eXyu and Abba trying to defend. There's no way.
There's just no way, no how. Abbedagge going to be able to ult back to the base. eXyu has fallen. Dignitas are going to take the series. They're going to end the season of their rivals, DSG. The trash talk all came from DSG, but it was Dignitas whose actions spoke louder than those words.
Yeah, I'll go Keine.
It's really nice. Honestly, I never thought I'd be the kind of person to reverse sweep, so it's kind of sweet. I mean, my team played really well. I got carried.
Yeah. What do you think was the big difference here going into the third game? Because it almost felt like you guys were progressing. Game 1 not too good. Game 2 close, and Game 3 was a bit of a stomp.
Well, I'm mid-Korean and there's a sense, so it was kind of a default win.
I gotta ask, Sheiden, your first LTA game missing out last week. How did it feel sitting out and now being back with the team?
It feels good to play. Yeah.
Anything else? How did it feel in Game 3?
Free win. They picked Lee Sin, I guess.
Great. Keine. I appreciate you being here. 11 kills on Sylas. Thoughts?
You mean like build? My build?
Yeah.
Quite easy. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Isles, I gotta ask you as well. Returning on Dignitas for another year, but a completely different roster. Is there a relief winning this game? What are your emotions?
I think that we have a really talented roster, and it's definitely going to take some time. I think in the first game we can see why our team is very rough around the edges, but I think you can see in this game like the mechanical skill that some of our players have and like what we're able to build towards. Obviously we're playing against DSG, so this one was scheduled for them. Obviously we're going to win, but you know, next week will be tough, but I can only see us getting better from here.
I do have to ask you about Sheiden. We've tried to interview him a couple times now and he's given us a couple words. He's more talkative off of camera, surely.
Yes, that's correct. I think he's definitely got more to say. Just we'll see. We'll see if he can also maybe progress throughout the split. So
perhaps. Congratulations on the win. You guys played the loser of FlyQuest versus C9. Are there any preferences?
I would love to play against C9 always because I was with him before. I would love to play against Sven, former teammates, good friends. So really excited to play them. I also think FlyQuest will win 2-0 in case you were wondering. So we'll see.
Okay, thank you very much, Alice. Congratulations again on the win. That's it from here. We're going to send it back to the desk.
In case you were wondering.
He just did the interview for Jet right there. It's like, yeah, do you want a prediction? Sure.
Yeah, I'll give you everything, all right?
Also, I will believe it when I see it, when he's like, yeah, Sheiden has a lot more to say, so hopefully he will improve throughout the split as well.
We're going to keep giving him the mic. I'm down for that.
Yeah, we'll see how that ends up. It's time to check in with our players of the series. I know who I voted for.
I don't remember who I voted for.
Really?
Oh!
All right. So we have contracts. It was forever ago, it seems, that first series with Shopify finally coming out on top. The big thing for me, honestly, I think everyone had their really strong points, right? Like, Palafox had a great game 3. Yeah. Everyone had a few oopsies across the board in that game as well. The thing that really stood out to me for Contracts' play today was that he was so much more active on the map and with his lanes. Yeah. And that is the type of thing I really like to see from Contracts as a jungler overall.
I completely agree. On that Maokai and just in general, knowing him as a player, when he is active and influential on the map, that's a dub. That as in a team win. And so being able to see Shopify basically have all their effort come to this conclusion, great. Keine, on the other hand, really excited for him as a player. I think a lot of people would need to, and I think should, know more about him, because the one thing I remember him for is just kicking 100 thieves in the teeth, all right? And I will never forget that.
That's what we all remember.
Yes,
here.
We do. And he's continuing that legacy, and we look at the conference bracket.
Yep, and as you can see, Dig and Shopify keeping their hopes alive. And to remind people, the bracket will cross, essentially, right? So that means that the winner of tomorrow's matches advance to that best of 1 for seeding, and the losers cross. So as you heard Isles saying, he wants to face C9. He thinks he's going to face C9. And if C9 lose, they would be going across bracket. Same with the loser of TL 100 Thieves. Speaking of tomorrow's matches, TL take on 100 Thieves. FlyQuest take on C9, and then we have a little bonus league.
Got a bonus game, a bonus round to figure out the seeding going into America's conference. So that's going to be really fun to see. But yes, I'm excited for Fly C9. Isles already said his piece. He wants to be able to go up against his former teammate in Sven. So I think it's going to be a little bit more competitive, but I can't wait for it.
Yeah. We'll see, and that is it for us. We will be back with you all tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for TL versus 100. And speaking of 100 Thieves, now it's time to send it over to Sniper's stream. He's streaming, so ask him how he thinks tomorrow is going to go. See you guys.
Come. IP3, hard to go. Can we? Yeah. Careful. Nice. Wait. 쟤네가 먼저. 거기. Nice. I can go. Chase. Penta? Go. Penta. Penta. Go. Give. Please.
No.
I'm on Sylas. I'm hitting him. I'm no flash. Killing him,
Sylas, no flash. Sylas, no flash.
Sylas is one. Yeah. MF is dead.
B-Boy's got him.
Okay.
Come to
I
me.
can get him on me. I'm TPing. Just kill him. I'm TPing. I'll ult MF after. On my way.
That's all I have. That's all you guys know. Looking at MF.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm on Urgot. We're going on Urgot slow. We're going on Urgot slowly.
Killing Urgot here.
Killing Urgot.
I have Viego, just stalling.
Yeah, nice.
Yep, fighting. Full fight.
Kill Urgot.
Urgot was one.
Yeah.
Nice work. Look, Viego, no flash. Viego, no flash.
Yeah.
Already no flash.
Bottom has flash. Let's low.
We're really at Palace Baker this one.
I'm on Corky. Corky.
Rumble.
Yeah, look on the ball. No flash.
Come here.
Corky, no sums, guys. Corky 1 HP.
Yeah, it looks winning. Play with Jace. It's hard winning. I'll come help you. Q and 2.
WQ.
Baron, go. You guys can go Baron. You guys can go Baron.
No, get more.
Dignitas. I'ma say it.
Look Ash. No flash.
Dash.
Look Zen.
Tillion or W. Zen or flash.
Go Zen.
Yeah.
Look good here.
Wave a mid wave.
Yep, nice.
It's good.
I can ult soon.
It's good.
I don't need ulti yet. I'm holding ult. I'm just hitting front. I can dive Ash when we're close.
Yeah, look, no flash.
Oh, he's dead. Nice. GG. Nice. Go. Look. Nice.
It's good. They don't do damage.
I'm just gonna go
look,
top.
I'm attacking late.
No flash back on. No flash back.
Nice. I'm just gonna push up.
Nice.
Go. Keep that.
Keep going.
I'm out of con.
Dolphus house.
Holy!
Let's go.
Who is this guy?